Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cruise Vibe. I remain your host, Agbi Osaigbabo. Tonight, we have a special guest in the house, and the special guest, he will be talking about co-parenting, but majorly the role of a man in parenting. Parenting is not a one-man affair. Parenting is a collaboration. Welcome with me, Reverend Olatunji Adewale Moses on the program. Sir, you are welcome to Cruise Vibe.
It's a privilege to be here.
Thank you so much.
It's a privilege.
Sir, it's very good to have you. I know you have sacrificed a lot of things to be here, so
Yeah.
we appreciate it. So, sir, we would like to know you.
Okay. Just like you rightly said, my name is Adewale Olatunji Moses. I'm a child of God. I am a pastor. I'm also a businessman, an entrepreneur, and somebody who likes to do a lot of research. So that's just basically me.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, can you tell us a bit of your childhood while growing up? Where were you born? Where were
Okay.
you raised? Where did you school?
Okay. I grew up in Lagos. There's a place they call Mapoluku Oshodi.
Okay.
Around that axis, I grew up, in Lagos, and we used to we used to, from school to shop. My mom sells food stuff,
Okay.
amala, this yam
Flour.
powder,
Okay.
rice, beans, and we've been through many experiences, in the store. We close then by 8:30.
Wow.
8:30 p.m. at night. So we'll have eaten. Sometimes we'll have been asleep. Sometimes I had some very funny experiences, at the store, where you will have licked sweet. Maybe sweet was still on your body and you slept in the store. And rat will just come and be sniffing your skin, blow your head, funny experiences, But that's Lagos for you. Lagos is also a place where one has to be careful where you raise a child, you know. Part of the experiences I had, which was funny, but it was life saving. God just saved me. I actually was going to buy something. I was sent to buy something in the night, and then I entered a bus, which turned out to be kidnappers.
Wow.
Which I didn't know, as a small boy, you didn't know. I don't know. It was later when I grew older that I knew. And they said, this one is not useful, Jare. I beg. They just dropped me as the bus was on motion. I didn't really understand. I didn't even know how to explain it at all. So, but that's Lagos. That's part of the place where I grew up, and but thank God for where we are now.
Wow. So, how would you say your growing up has influenced you as a man?
Oh,
Your growing up, your the way you were raised.
okay.
How would you say it has influenced you to become who you are today?
Wow. Okay. I'm going to pick it from different angles, though.
It's okay.
Okay. I'm not going to say that we had a perfect family setting while growing up, but it really helped to lay a good foundation. I've been thinking about this scripture. This we are not preaching, but Proverbs 20.
No, feel free.
Proverbs 22 verse 6. The Bible talks about train a child in the way he should go. Well, thinking about that scripture, I actually pity parents, and I pity guardians, and I pity coaches, because it's not easy. Although a part of me is beginning to think that if a person does not have a coach, he may never succeed. So, but that's one angle. A parent, a guardian, a coach has to know the way a child is supposed to go before he can teach or train him in the path and show him the path. I know the end though. So yeah, pass here, don't pass here, don't pass here. So one of the strengths that we had growing up was that our parents were Christians, and even though they had their own challenges. There were some things that were compulsory, which influenced the kind of social community we had. So there were people you could mingle with, there were people you could not mingle with. Even in that community, church community, there were still some people you could mingle with. There were some people you could not mingle with. I attended White Garment growing up. My dad was an elder in Cherubim and Seraphim at
Okay.
CNS Church. So so we attended them. It was there I gave my life to Christ, in the Sunday
Wow.
school there at the White Garment Church, you know. And then so it influenced, those patterns influenced the way we saw life. We used to watch some programs. They were, I would say, they were kind of permissive parents.
Okay.
They were not also authoritarian, but your papa and mama cannot be sitting down. You want to say, I want to watch. You understand? That's not the. It's not like today.
Yeah.
Today they will tell you, I want to watch. You must find a solution. But then you can't say I want to watch. We watch news like punishment.
Very, very true.
Like punishment. You sit down there. You are sleeping. I will ask you what they said. it's always like that. That was the kind of setting. There were some things they believed was right for us, and they insisted on it. There were some times we had liberty. I can never forget, even though I can't remember his name. I guess his name is still, if I'm sure I remember, Abubakar. I'm not sure I remember his name. That was the only classmate I ever visited growing up. And that day, till today, is still special to me.
Wow.
It's still special. I didn't know what I told them at all. But my mom just said, okay, go and visit your friend. As young boys, GSS. But that's kind of setting I grew up in.
And it meant a lot to you. That singular visit.
That's one visit. I don't want the guy's contact now. I don't even know if he's still alive or not. But it impacted. So that was it. But I guess they were trying to put boundaries. Don't overflow. There were some requests we could not make. You will even replay it in your ear. You know that this one, Papa no go.
It's no go area. Wow. Okay, I would say our parents actually, they wanted the best.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that their own exposure.
Yeah.
What they were exposed to, they guided us based on what they were also exposed to, either by their parents,
yeah,
or how they also grew up.
Yeah.
Sir, you are a father now.
Yeah.
You are married. And you are a father.
I didn't mention that.
Yes, but what do you think you experienced while growing up?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want to train your child that way. The way you were raised, there are certain things you felt you benefited.
Yeah.
That have made you who you are today.
Yeah.
But there are some other things you also feel this shouldn't be part of my parenting.
Yeah. Thank you for that question. I listened to TD Jakes some years ago, and I discovered that he spoke about listening and encouraging people to develop the listening skill. While he was talking, he said, listening is not a skill that they will teach you anywhere. And maybe when they tell you to listen, maybe it's in the school, maybe it's because they want you to pay attention to what you're about to learn. But actually, throughout life, you will need to learn to listen. So, children always like that their parents listen to them too. It's not like you are commanding or are you giving me instructions. No, it's not like that. But they want to have that rapport. They want to have your time, fellowship. Something still pains me till today. My dad is late now. I didn't know that it was his time. I didn't know that it was time for him to die actually. But he came to Ibadan 2 weeks before he died. And he still had that mindset. I was trying to convince him to stay. That those times, those years, we used to discuss football. We will discuss football when it has happened. We don't get opportunity to watch it live. Now I say, Baba, you can watch live. You can watch live here. Relax, you know. It didn't really bond. It didn't bond with us like that.
Okay.
So, but we had a glimpse of what the bonding could be. Like some when we discussing football, I can just, Baba, this your man, we go beat tonight. You know, in that
Yeah.
under that channel we can talk. But once we leave off that channel, it's not the person. It's no longer the person. So when it came, I was saying, Baba, you don't look healthy. Maybe you should stay a bit, and let's have some good time. But he didn't stay. We tried to convince, do everything. Later we got to know that he was not feeling well. Went to the hospital, blah blah blah. After some weeks, 2 weeks after he died. So one thing I'm actually learning to do and trying to do is also that it's good to be able to guide a child in the way that it should go, but it's also good to be able to understand that a lot of things have changed. A lot, a lot of things have. If he had listened to me, he may still be alive today. He may still be alive. Talking about care, talking about being around the right people and all those things. So I will try to give time, give time to children, to my children, to anyone I have opportunity to bring up, and then listen to them. Try to know where they're coming from. Sometimes parents are wrong. Parents never say sorry, but we should be better. We should be better. Sometimes children get it better. Sometimes they don't get it. So we should find a way to bond, find a meeting point, find a way to blend the two generations together. Try to see the way they do things now and help them to know what is right. Some decisions we should not make for them. Yes, some decisions we should. Like part of the things I decided I'm going to do is that my children, I would groom them up to a certain age, maybe by law, maybe 18. Then they have some, maybe they have a certain level of liberty now. When they are 18 and above, they have some level that they will know that I give them free hand. If you want to go somewhere and sleep, just let me know. You want to do this, just let me know. Just let me know. So at that time, you begin to treat them like adults, And when they trust you, even from afar, you can guide them.